Can you tell me a story about the Journey to Heaven book?
Yeah, let me start here. As I was journeying through the wilderness, which is this world, I came upon a certain place where there was a shelter. I lay down there and fell asleep, and I dreamed a dream. In that dream, I saw a man clothed in rags, standing with his back turned toward his own house. He had a book in his hand and carried a heavy burden on his back. Psalm 38:4. As I looked at him, I saw that he opened the book and read in it. As he read, he wept and trembled. No longer able to contain himself, he cried out, groaning in anguish, saying, "What shall I do?" Acts 2:37. Acts 16:30. Hebrews 2:2-3. In this state, he returned home. When he arrived, he tried as much as possible to keep his distress hidden, so that neither his wife nor his children might see his sorrow. But he could not remain silent for long, because his grief grew heavier. At last, being overcome, he shared his thoughts with them, saying, "My dear wife, and you my beloved children, I, your friend and companion in life, am undone by a burden of sorrow that presses me greatly. And I have also been told with certainty that our town will be burned with fire from heaven. In that dreadful destruction, both I myself, and you my dear wife, and you my children whom I love, shall perish miserably, unless some way of escape can be found by which we may be delivered." Hearing this, his family was greatly astonished, not because they believed what he said to be true, but because they thought he had fallen into some kind of madness. And since it was now late, they hoped that sleep would cure him, so they quickly put him to bed. But the night was as troublesome to him as the day, for instead of rest he spent the hours sighing and weeping. Christian is shown the way. The next day, when they asked how he felt, he answered, "I am worse than before." He began again to speak with them, but they became hardened in heart. They tried to drive away his distress with harsh words, mocking him at one time, scolding him at another, and even despising him. Because of this, he began to withdraw into solitude, so that he might pray for them, ask mercy for them, and pour out his sorrow alone. Thus, he often walked alone in the fields, sometimes reading, sometimes praying. And he continued in this manner for many days,